Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be one of my favorite styles to do, which is the blunt message from the universe for each zodiac. So we're going to start out with Leo. Leo's, let's see, what is the quick little blunt message from the universe? Universe says, Leo, despite a broken heart, there has been so much growth here. There's been so much prosperity, and it is like leave behind the hurt and just keep moving forward, one day in front of another. Mark the progress on a calendar every 7 days. Mark something that has improved every day of the week, because this says there will be continual abundance that starts coming in, all because this Leo has the courage to continue to move forward and move away from a heartbreak with dignity, with power, with grace, because this is a samurai. They don't get much more honorable than that. So moving on with your head up high from someone who hurt us, even if other people are like, wow, did you see what happened to Leo? They're not going to be thinking, oh, how embarrassing for Leo. They're going to be like, dang, they handled that like a freaking boss. No one is going to be thinking less of the Leo because they were betrayed or got a heartbreak. Instead, the universe thinks Leo deserves some serious abundance, and so do those who would know the Leo. And I don't know why that's important, but that message is super important to me in this anyway, that the Leo be aware that they are not being looked down upon by anyone. All right, next up, we're going to go to Sag. I'm not going to have time to timestamp these just because this is a quick little run. So we got a Princess of Sacred Circles. Sag, the blunt message from the universe for Saggy is one of growth, one of new beginnings, one of putting forth effort. And you notice that she's pregnant and she has a little toddler here. We see all of this corn that's been harvested and is now drying. It's basically saying that everything in life is a cycle and it kind of never stops. We give birth to new ideas, and then we nourish those ideas, and then we start to harvest some of those ideas just in time to make space for the next new thing to come into our life. And everything in life is about seasons. And so for Sag, they may be entering a brand new season, but that doesn't mean that they're starting out with nothing. They're actually starting out with a ton of other forms of abundance that are here already. But it could be heralding in a time of quite a bit of work is coming. But again, the payoff for the effort that is being asked of the Sag to put forth, the payout would be magnificent. So instead of being like, oh man, this is going to be so hard, it's like, no, just get some rest before the new baby comes, so that then we're going to be all jazzed and ready to rock and roll by the time baby's born. Get some rest right now because things are going to rev up. We've got lots of abundance coming in. We've got lots of hard work, but so well worth it. This is somebody who's got goals, and those goals are going to be met. That's really nice. All right, Aries, you guys are up next. Aries, your message from the universe, Aries, is 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Okay, Aries, it's a little bit choppy, no doubt about it. The message from the universe says, if we're stuck somewhere, the best thing to do, especially if Aries is stuck somewhere, is to contemplate, okay, wait a second, where is the stress coming from? Because if it simply is the unknown, well, in reality, every day is unknown. But the universe is kind of soothing Aries like stress by saying, but there really is nothing to stress out about in feeling stuck, because being stuck sometimes is where we get a chance to contemplate, really deeply contemplate what we not want our next move to be. And sometimes if we had simply just raced forward on a particular path without being roadblocked a little and having a chance to contemplate things, we might have made a poor choice. So this blockage, it's a chance for Aries to really think about, wait a second, what am I really stressed out about? Would I have wanted things to move forward the way they did, or do I need to kind of redesign something? In this, it could very well be that the Aries is actually being roadblocked so that they have an opportunity to meet an amazing individual that they otherwise would not have. I mean, this could be something as simple as, we had plans of what we were going to do on a particular day, and then we literally get into like a big old traffic jam to the point where it's like, well, we're pulled over by the side of the road for the next 3.5 hours. Great. What am I going to do? Well, maybe I'll go into this coffee shop by the side of the road, and who knows who I might bump into there. Could be that's what puts us on the path to meet the right person. So blockages give us a chance to experience other opportunities sometimes that we never would have had because we would have blasted right by them. So Aries, that's actually a pretty decent message. All right, Ophiuchus, you guys are up next. Ophiuchus, let's see what we got. What is the blunt message for Ophiuchus? Queen of Swords. It's all in Ophiuchus's hands. Also could be time for them to leave behind a time frame of their life where they've been a bit of an island. Ophiuchus has grown well beyond, and like really maybe their spiritual growth is like, well, you can see she's a 50-foot tall woman. Their spiritual growth could be off the charts at this point. Their amazing energy means that they have already ascended. They've already achieved the thing that they needed to achieve. And that time that perhaps Ophiuchus spent alone, contemplating, how they want their life to go, what boundaries they want to put in place, how they want their life to be different. It's done. They did it. They've achieved it all. So at this point, it's time to wave bye-bye to a time of just deep contemplation and possibly loneliness, even self-imposed kind of like loneliness, because they wanted a chance to really contemplate what they wanted, how they wanted their life to go. And now it's time to just go ahead and we have our boundaries in place. Do you notice how happy she is? You notice that the work has been achieved, the lesson has been learned. She's a 50-foot tall woman because she's built herself into this really amazing individual at this point. So she can go ahead and she can release herself from some form of isolation is what that looks like to me. All right. Thanks for being here, Ophiuchus. If you do enjoy my tales, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Next up, we've got Cancerian. Cancerian, blunt message from the universe here. By the way, anybody who wants to timestamp, please feel free. I do not have time to do it right now, only because I'm pre-recording this right before I leave town. So forgive me for that. Normally I timestamp these, but I just was unable to. But I know a lot of people like to listen to multiples anyway for Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, South Node, So, all right, we have 3 of Wands. So Cancerian, 3 of Wands. This is all about the future. This is all about the ships coming in. This is about an emperor and an empress actually having an opportunity to be both looking kind of like toward a future in the same direction. There's something about good commerce coming in here as well. The biggest message here is like an emperor and an empress. Yes, it can be a romantic pair, but it can also just talk about like tremendous prosperity, business owners, new opportunities, though, looking into the future, looking at growth, seeing ships come in. That's probably not going to be the same old. This is somebody like, this is what's in my head right now. Somebody like owns a clothing store and there's a new shipment of like really awesome, textiles coming in the near future. That's going to like be a big bump, a big, exciting thing that really brings in a big clientele. There could be something here that really, it seems like things that come in from other locations, things that are traveling to arrive in Cancerian's life are about to arrive, but it's with the purpose of creating more. I don't just want to say abundance. It's bringing the future into the present. So it could be like something trendy, something hip, something that someone has not really had in their area or their town before. And it's like Cancerian is going to be a part of that, like ushering in this new, fresh energy, which is so exciting. But in the realm of romance, if this is all about romance, that also is... it's time to look toward the future because there's a lot more happiness up ahead than there was in the past, is what that says. All right, Pisces, you guys are next. Pisces, here we go. Thank you guys for being here. Pisces, we got a 5 of Cups, but we also have a Magician. There's been a lot of this message or versions of it for all of the zodiacs so far. But Pisces, this says we are going to get beyond a heartbreak, but someone else has manifested a heartbreak. I see the Pisces in the power of position of, or the power of position, the position of power. But as I was just saying, I feel like it's also a role reversal here. You notice how if one person was, this king has been, I'll say, mistreated. And you notice, this is King Arthur and Lancelot. And so you notice that Lancelot feels terrible that he's betrayed his good friend, King Arthur, by stealing his lady. But the person who's really stressed out is Lancelot, right? Not King Arthur. He may be sad, but Lancelot's the one who's got this burden of guilt. And so that's why I'm like, if there has been something that was not very kind that was done, it is not the Pisces who has to carry any of that burden. They're actually manifesting something better. And what has been manifested for the individual who perhaps made a pretty big error in judgment, they are the ones who are going to be burdened with the disappointment. Pisces gets to walk away scot-free. It's not their problem. That's kind of amazing. So they move on also in spite of and because of that. All right, Pisces, thanks for being here. All right, Scorpio, you guys are up next. Scorpio, the blunt message from the universe for Scorpio is take that leap of faith on oneself. Bet on oneself. Not on everybody else, but on oneself. What are we capable of? Anything that we put our mind to. What are we, brave enough to do? Anything that we really are hungry enough to want. So knowing that basically, I mean, the Fool card says I can start over anytime I want, and I can do it when it's right for me. And I can listen to my own inner guidance. And that is the gift of being a brave and incredible Scorpio who says, you know what? Only one person's going to live my life, and that's me. Very nice. Scorpios, thanks for being here. Thanks for giving a thumbs up and subscribing. Next up, we got Libra. Libra, this is going to be just a blunt message from the universe. Wow. There's been enough time wasted. Universe says, Libra, time to keep going. There's so much as of yet unexplored. Divine timing is here, but a bunch of it has already been squandered. So basically, this is kind of like hinting that the Libra could have moved forward a little while ago, but didn't. There is a chunk missing because my doggy ate it when he was a baby. But the big thing is, this is still a time of like great forward motion. It still is the time for Libra to be successful. But the universe says, don't waste any more of this wonderful opportunity. There's something that has been squandered a little bit, but that's okay. Sometimes we don't realize that the opportunity is there. This just says go for it. Go for the positive, perspective, and keep moving forward into the things that we really want in life instead of thinking, I'm not sure about it. I don't know that I can really have positive things that keep going for me. It's almost like somebody had a streak of good fortune and they were like, well, this isn't going to last. So they kind of like didn't enjoy it as much as they could have. And yet this Libra still has even more good fortune, and right now is still good timing. So they don't really want to squander it, is what that message says. All right, guys, if you enjoy my fictional storytelling, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Next up, Geminis. Geminis, blunt message from the universe is Queen of Wands. Use that intuition is what this says. And know that a Queen of Wands is always the one who gets to choose what she wants. He, doesn't matter. We got a powerful individual, but they might be revving up their powers of intuition. So Queen of Wands is one of their powers is like that sensual quality where they can pick up on, the vibes of other living creatures, other, human beings that are, like passionately, all kinds of passion. That means, irritation, anger, stress, love, intimacy, all the things that are like strong emotions. They're really good at picking up on. And she in particular is really honing some of that power, but she's using it really wisely. She's using it to kind of like ask herself, okay, what do I really sense? And what do I want to call forth for me? I want things that I'm passionate about. I don't want to, nobody wants to stir up trouble, especially a queen in the upright. Instead, she's like, I want to make sure that I call in only the best. only the most wonderful energies around me, not energies of stress and strife. But because I'm a larger than life character, a passionate individual, I know that I have a tendency to like have intense things that come my way. It's just I always like to use this as an example. A Queen of Wands is like a fire lit on a cold night in a forest. Every creature is going to come toward that fire, the human beings and animals alike, seeking warmth because she's that bright. She has a tendency to bring in a lot of different things, many of which she may not want for herself. But at this point, she's really honing in on her own powers of intuition to say, no, I'm seeking maybe a specific individual that I want to attract, a specific thing into my life that I want to attract, a specific, I don't know if it's a specific person. I'm not sure how I feel about that sentence. But it's more like the things that I would like to attract, I want to be mindful of. That's the best way to say that. All right. Thank you, Geminis, for being here. If you enjoy my fictional storytelling, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Next up, we got Aquarius. Aquarius, let's see where this little blunt message from the universe takes us. Three of Wands. Somebody else got this too, and I can't think of who it was right now. Here's the thing. I'm going to read this a little differently because what strikes me is different this time. A Three of Wands is about the future. But in this case, we've got this this river, and the river to me is dominant. This is kind of the river of life. This is kind of saying that we've been carried along by a current without even realizing it. We have already moved on from the past. We've moved on from a different location already without even realizing it, without having to paddle. We've gone along with the current of life to the point where we've traveled great distance already. We're already in our future, meaning I think it's going to dawn on someone that, wow, there's a bunch of stuff from my past. This seems like a long time ago now. And wow, I really love where I am right now. This is fun. This is exciting. I feel like there's going to be a wonderful sense of new presence for our Aquarian here, because without realizing it, time passes and wounds start to heal, or, we do have distance from situations that maybe didn't make us so happy. And it's just nice to see that gentle awareness dawn on our character. So very nice. All right, Aquarius, if you enjoy my channel, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Next up, we got Taurus. Taurus, my dears, we're going to take a look at what is the blunt message from the universe. Taurus got it going on. That's what that blunt message is. Taurus has been listening closely to their guides. Taurus has they're on their path. That's what this says. Their personal North Star is in accordance with how they're living their external world. And that in turn is in a direct connection and ordinance with like the universal flow. Like basically Taurus's gifts are being used to some of their greatest ability. Taurus is living an authentic life. They are choosing, if they haven't been, they are starting to, they're starting to reap the benefits of that, it's like if Taurus is particularly skilled at something, their job may have naturally started to shift toward them doing those particular functions. And it's like, wow, I feel really satisfied right now, like in a way I haven't in a long time. So this is just like basking in knowing that Taurus is right where they're supposed to be, doing what they're meant to do, and that's why the balance and prosperity is there. Very nice. Taurus, thanks for being here. If you enjoy my fictional storytelling, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. Next up, we got Capricorn. Caps, the blunt message from the universe today. This is just a quick little one-hit message. We got the Prince of Sacred Circles. All right, so Capricorn, this is such a Capricorn message because it's all about slow, continual progress for a big life purpose. This is like, if Capricorn was thinking, I'm not moving fast enough, this actually says maybe it's time to, this could sound counterintuitive, but if Cap is worried they're not moving fast enough, the universe says, wait a minute, maybe it's time we sit down for a moment and rebalance ourselves. Why are we freaking out thinking we're not doing enough? Let's return to the plan. The plan was we do this, this, and this, and then we arrive at this, this goal. And so this is like regrouping getting our mission back in our mind of what the goal is, and then reaffirming that I am peaceful about this. I've chosen this. This is my path, and I love the goal that I've set for myself, instead of getting like off kilter or feeling like it should go faster or feeling like I'll never get there. Anytime that like something that we really want seems like super far out there, instead of getting more stressed and trying to work harder, this is kind of like, hey, why don't we take a moment and regroup? Look at what our goal is again, remind ourselves, because sometimes, we set a goal and then without realizing it, we kind of forget the minutia. We forget what really motivated us in the first place. And we forget that great idea that we held that made us want to do this in the first place. So like reconnecting with that is kind of what this is saying, might be super like peaceful. And the reason I'm putting it in this perspective is because he has a peace pipe here. It's like, it's time to relax a little bit on the very important journey and reconnect with like, that's right. I like what I'm doing. I like the plan that I've put in place. I'm doing the thing that I'm meant to do. All right. Thank you, Caps. If you do enjoy my fictional storytelling, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. And last but not least, we've got Virgo. What is Virgo's blunt message from the universe? It is the Fool. This is all about taking a leap of faith forward. She's in her groovy pink sweater and she's holding a card that is herself in her groovy pink sweater, sitting right here. It's not just about a character going to take a leap of faith forward for what they want. It's also, she sits here and she looks at her life as if like she's evaluating, okay, could I have lived it differently? No, because I show up and I wouldn't have, if I had to do all over again, I would still do it the way I've done it. I feel like this is a person who values freedom over stability. I feel like this is a character who is like, you notice how peaceful and calm she is, knowing full well she's going to take another leap of faith. She's always going to bet on herself, her own skill set, him or herself, doesn't matter, but we see a feminine here. She's always going to bet on, I do what I feel is the thing that I need to experience. Not even the thing that I want, but the thing that I need to experience. I feel like this person lives their life based off of a kind of a different criteria than other people would use for what are my motives to do X, Y, or Z. She's like, my motive is always to be brave enough to take the leap of faith when I can sense that there's something I should be doing. There's a purpose in the thing I'm about to go do. It will be an experience that I think I should have. Doesn't mean it's something that sounds super fun or something that I want to do even, but it does. It's what calls to me is, and I'm willing to reinvent myself again and again and again. And it might be time for this Virgo to reinvent themselves again right now, is what that's saying, or they're about to. This Virgo could have a plan in mind of something that they would like to do for themselves. That's reinventing themselves. So anyway, that's what I'm going to leave it with. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. This is just a quick little hit, just because sometimes I like to do this real rapid fire, and I wish we're on time right now also. But I do love the blunt message from the universe, especially when it's just one overarching message. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. And thank you again for being patient while I'm away. All right, bye.